Why was I lagging there so bad? Like, what happened? Hi, chat! Hi! Hi! Happy Monday! Happy Monday! It's Catto Day! It's Catto Day every day. Hi! Hi, Junkie! Hi, Snugs! Wait, hold on. Let me go back. You're not getting away from me today. I fixed the tracking. Sorry, last stream's tracking was so god-awful. I accidentally calibrated my stuff weird in VBridger. But I can blink again. Hi, Snugs. Hi, Super Soul Spark. How are you? It's good to see you. Hi. Hi, Sphinx. Hi, Anon. Hi, Pants. Hi, Raw Green. Hi. Hi, Green. Hi, Green. Hi, Green. Hi, Nails. How are you? Hi, Annie. Hi, Slick. Hi, Boo. I blink. God, I love Catto Day. Real. Wait. Please work. I did it! Let's go! Wait. Chat. We might be stuck. Hold on, I can fix this, chat. Hold on, I can fix her. Don't worry. See? I told you. Don't you like my face really up close? Hi, Hanoyama. Hi, Spirit Wolf. Hello, white boy. What the hell? Hi, Thomas. Hi. Sorry if I'm kind of snotty. Wait, chat. We have new emotes. We have some new emotes. I don't know if you guys have seen them yet. I think you guys are gonna really like them. We have a new static emote. CatNap. Ha! And then we have CatNap LMAO, which is the animated version. I'm working on trying to figure out, I'm trying to see if there's a 7TV extension or something for YouTube chat. I'm sorry for taking so long to figure it out and all that. I've been wanting to get monetized. Not like monetized like for any... I want you guys to have emotes. I want to join the partner program on YouTube for emotes. I would really like to try and hit that goal by like June. So I gotta stream a bit more, which once I get these projects out of the way, it should be, which I'm really close. So I know I keep saying that, but hi, trapped in cyberspace. There's CatNap Ha, CatNap LMAO, and then there's one more. What was it? This is basically edging. I'm sorry. I just typed it. You know what? I'm just gonna go look. It's CatNap Yap. Yap. I thought you guys would like that. I might zoom in a bit more on it, but I think it's really... Yap. There's also a PopCat one that I can make. Okay, so there was like a new update to Emote Lab, and I'm gonna be real, I made custom textures with my hands being like all gradient and stuff, and then whenever I updated to the new one, my hand gradient and that custom texture disappeared. So I don't know what happened, but another update dropped recently, so now we can have wings and a tail. Hi Ishi! Hi Estos! How are you? So I figured... I don't know if I put it on the schedule. Let me go check really fast. I actually put out a schedule this week, and I'm gonna stick to it. I have a little bit to yap about before we play the game and all that, but I think it was Saturday. Oh yeah, on the schedule I put just chatting / game dev. I don't know if I get to actually consider myself a game dev now, but I'm making a visual novel. Hi, Boundless! I've been, the website, building the website was, the first step into me being like, oh wow, JavaScript's not so bad. It's not that scary. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing, but that's not too bad. And then I finally opened up VS Code or Visual Studio Code for the first time, and I understood how it worked. And wow, that makes a bit of sense. Building a website is kind of low-key game dev. I mean, okay, kind of, but I don't. Okay, I only say that because Neopets. Also, thank you for the follow, Boundless. I appreciate it. But yeah, I've been really into, I don't know, Catto has been, I feel so alive. I feel so alive. I don't know what's happened, but I feel like I have hit a new peak of I have so many skills I want to learn. And I finally came to the realization, everyone else will tell me, Catto, you're doing too much. Catto, you don't need to do that many things. Catto, just like start outsourcing things. But that's not me. I have a vision. I want to build things. I want to make things. I have a way I want to do stuff. And like, I feel like I'll never master a single craft, no matter how much time and effort I put into it. So why don't I do all the things that my heart tells me to do, and I build all the things and tell a story, or like create something that is exactly like representative of like what I feel like I want to make. A cat of all trades. Yeah, you don't have to be a master at anything. Mastering anything is fucking difficult, and there's a reason why there's very few fucking masters everywhere. There's mentors. Hi, D. But also, do not listen to me. I currently have my hands like straight out. Like, is it Jurassic Park? Where there's like the 3 like dinosaurs or whatever, and they're like surrounded, and it's like, halt, wait, don't come any closer. How are you today? That was the second thing I was gonna yap about. Okay. Let me find the right emote. Chat, I need chat participation. You guys all have access to CatNap Bonk, right? Do you have CatNap Bonk or CatNap Squeeze? Yeah. Ooh, spam CatNap Bonk. Ooh, do you feel it? Do you feel the energy? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel it coursing through your veins? Ooh. That's me projecting my cramps onto you, because that happened today. Sorry to get TMI with it, but I am now projecting my cramps onto you, chat. Don't you dare try me today. If you guys act up, or if someone acts up, I'm projecting my cramps onto you, and I'm putting you in the litter box. Yep. Thank you. The cramps are coming for you. Ow. I took a little bit of extra time during the setup screen so I could make sure I took am I speaking English? Is that proper? Hello? What? I took Advil before stream. No, I'm not impregnating you. Stop. I'm projecting my cramps onto you. I'm not impregnating you. Stop, Tat. No. This isn't the seahorse bit. This isn't the Omegaverse bit. No. I understand now. Don't get pregnant. Fair enough. Have a nice day. Sorry. Mpregged my love. What about M. Greg? That's for tummy hort? Oh. If chat acts up, chat immediately acts up. Hi, Grishot. I join in the first thing I hear is I'm not going to impregnate you. Worst day of my life. D-Gen. D-Gen. You guys are spayed and neutered. And Craig. I don't know why just seeing M. Greg makes me so... I'm so sorry if... Okay, listen, I'm sorry. If your name is Greg, you have a perfectly normal name. But I just don't understand any parent that goes and like, yeah, I'm gonna name my child Greg. Like, that doesn't feel like a baby name. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't understand how you look at a baby and then name it something like that. Gregory seems more normal. Yeah. If you're named Greg, you're not a baby. You came out 32 and semi-balding, if not hair thinning. Like, G-Dog? Gregorio? It's not delivery. It's Gregorio. Grugus? Grog. Isn't Grog the name of, William, what's his face from, Critical Role? Gregoris Maximus? That's what I call my penis. Sorry, see, chat acts up and it immediately makes me act up. I hope you guys feel bad about yourselves. I hope you guys feel bad about yourselves. No, but, I've been working on finishing up the birthday highlight. I've been working on finishing up the birthday concert stuff. I can, if it's possible, if I can accept any praise. I know it's like way overdue, but like I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I'm still kind of processing all the stuff from earlier that happened in like early February and on my birthday and all that stuff. Hi, Faye! Also, hi, Wind. I don't know if I said hi properly, so I'm sorry about that. A lot of things got extended and a lot of just stuff happened, and I'm still kind of processing it and doing my best to take it a day at a time. So it is what it is. I'm also making sure that I don't rush it, so it still should be coming out. I finished a big chunk, so now I have the smallest, easiest section left, and I should be able to finish it honestly tonight. If I don't stream too long and if the cramps don't take me out. Hi, Darknex, how are you? Good evening. Konbanwa. How are you? How are you, Akuru? Hi, Nauticon. Do you like it? 35 years of Catto! I was going to draw that emote, by the way. I'm so happy that I found it today. I had an entire sketch of that because that was like one of the #1 emotes I wanted for you guys. Your model looks so good. Thank you. I made it. Yeah, let's go. I'm glad you're doing amazing. you missed it. I was projecting my cramps onto everyone else here earlier, so that's probably why you're doing amazing. But if you do start to feel any sort of pain or explosion in your tummy, that is thanks to me. You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. So, I've been taking a small break from working on the website just to work on, like, the video stuff. But in the background, I've been learning Ren'Py. And I've been learning, how to, like, storyboard. Or, like, I've been learning that I like design narrative. Or, like, I think, I fit narrative designer pretty well. So that's why I think I'm having fun with, like, making the scope of my visual novel. And, I'm just, like, writing in the background. There's no planned date for this to come out. This is just, like, a side project for, like, me to, like, have a hobby. And, I want to stream it a little bit because, like, I don't know, I think it'd be nice just to have, like, quiet work a long time on stream. I don't know. Or, like, I could at least draw little assets or something so that way, like, it's not, like, a major secret or whatever. It's really straightforward. What kind of novel? It's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be a predetermined ending or if I'm going to write multiple branches, but it's going to be my VTuber lore stuff. It's going to be a bit more of a cohesive storytelling. I don't know if it's going to be a prequel or if it's just going to be like an extra standalone experience thing, but wait! I forgot! The Checky one might be broken! I forgot to... Wait, I thought I disabled that. Oh, if it doesn't turn out, oopsies. Oopsie daisy. Let's go see Cattogram. Hold on. Sorry to get distracted while I'm talking about visual novel stuff. Okay, I think it's disabled. I'm so sorry. I will return your points. I couldn't figure out a way. Oh no, it's gonna be for free. It's not gonna be like super long or anything. I don't know if it's even gonna be the first visual novel thing that I put out. But, I've been listening to a lot of like screenwriters and stuff. I've been trying to learn and just like import information into my brain while I draw and while I work. And unfortunately, I don't like film, right? Like, and when I say I don't like film, I don't have the attention span to sit and watch a lot of film. Not because I don't like it or I see value in it. I think film is like one of the most important special things of like entertainment and art in general. And I just, it's the autism, man. I don't like looking at real people's faces, but if you put animation in front of me and give me a reason to be drawn in, like I'm usually like animation's usually a lot easier for me. Hi. But usually whenever people around me watch movies, I've found myself to be drawn into like certain directors. And I enjoy like watching clips of film. I like watching like scenes and sections and just scenarios. And I like seeing the writing, or not, well, I don't know. I haven't like seen a lot of the actual script or writing like that, but I really, really like dialogue, and like a lot of my favorite stuff in anime is like Monogatari, which is dialogue or like world building stuff. And needless to say, I really like Bill Hader. I think Bill Hader, I haven't seen Barry, but I've seen clips of Barry, and my life is like a dark comedy, so I very much feel like his work, I like how he goes about it. So I was watching like PBS like videos of like interviews with like different screenwriters, and I started listening to his stuff, and then I was like, oh, okay, well, what about Quentin Tarantino? Because like I like his, I've like clips of his stuff, and like Chainsaw Man took a lot of inspiration from like Reservoir Dogs, and if I like Chainsaw Man, if I like Fujimoto, then like I should definitely like, you know, like just listen to him and see what he like, how he goes about like his writing and film and all that stuff. And it turns out he and I have a very similar process that I felt very ashamed, and like my process wouldn't work. And then like going into all this, I found out everyone has a different process, and there is no right or wrong way, and as long as you can cohesively bring everything together and tell the story, your process is valid and it works, and that is your process. I have never felt more validated in my life. But like at the same time I was like, okay, but that's screenwriting for film, so like I also need to listen and find like more like visual novel stuff. So like I was kind of struggling in that department. And then I decided, you know what, fuck it, let's just go down the history of visual novels. And I learned a lot about... Okay, so if you guys don't know how I got into anime, I went on anime season and went down the list and randomly picked some anime. And those anime were Shuffle, Toradora, and other than Tales of the Abyss. Tales of the Abyss is like the first anime that I actually like went on my way to watch. But I'm talking about like the others that I was like, oh wow, okay, if I want to get into anime, what else should I watch? And I want to say it was the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I swear it was those. So like I'm gonna be real. Aside from Shuffle, accidentally picking... Well, no, Air was also in there. It was Air. Air was before Haruhi Suzumiya. My bad. Because... Oopsie daisy. How did like 2 of the 3 first anime that I picked on a dartboard just like end up being eroge visual novels? Oopsies. But needless to say, Air from Studio Key, I believe. Is this really a surprise? I was like 10! That's how the dice be rolling! That's because a lot of anime in 2000s were... Yeah, a lot of them came from eroge because like... Okay. The eroge scene actually, like, visual novels and just eroge in general opened up such a big, like, creativity market hub. And, like, there was an era where, like, it was so easy and accessible over, like, just to make your own visual novels. And now I think it still is more than ever. But, like, the 90s, mid to late 90s were, like, a huge time and prime for it. Because a lot of visual novels were actually doujins. And visual novel is actually just a specific branding term, I believe, from a Leaf? It was either Leaf or Key. Hi, Merp, how are you? But I finally did some of my research and did some learning because I think it's Yuno. is a eroge, but it had the ADMS system. It had the branching storyline system. No, not Gasai. I'm gonna beat your ass. No, the girl who shouts love at the bound of the world, I believe is what it's called. It's a mystery about a boy's father who works at a big company who goes missing, I believe. Or he dies or something. And then later on he gets a message. I'm talking about a literal visual novel from the 90s. Wasn't even a thing in the 90s! Thank you, Merp! Thank you! No, I'm sorry. I'm giving you guys a hard time. I also just recently learned about it. But, like, I'm a little shithead who has to learn about everything. I have to learn about the history of everything. No, like, I didn't understand, or, like, I didn't know, like, how impactful it was. And I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna get into anything, you need to learn the history of stuff. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't realize they pioneered it. That's what it said on the website. And that's what I heard in a video. And I'm like trying to I'm trying to like triple fact check that, because like I swear branching stories like happened before then. But yeah. I know there's a lot of apparently like fantastic visual novels that like I'm never going to be able to experience in my lifetime because they were for Japanese systems and they're never going to be translated, and they're like, I'm really happy that I at least got to listen to like a fan translation and fan playthrough of what's it called? Yuyami Dori! Yeah! Is it you? Yeah. Yuyami Dori. Tankentai. Which, like, I didn't think I would enjoy that game. I didn't think I would enjoy the premise or anything of it until, like, about 30 minutes in, I was like, oh, let's go. Hi, RD. If vegetables don't have phone, then why does the onion ring? Listen, you would have got me with that, except there is a HTML CSS code that is literally made for web rings that they call onion ring, and it's to wrap the code so that way when it... Anyways, sorry. That I didn't mean to like kill your joke by being a nerd, but it happened. I'm sorry. I don't deserve... I'm sorry, I don't deserve you. I still think, what if Goosebumps made a VN? Actually, before visual novels were like visual novels, there was this type of storytelling called sound games, or sound novels. And that's exactly kind of like, it was like a novel with sound based on like whatever. And like there were some visual aspects to it, but it primarily focused on giving you like an audible experience. Yeah, for VNs. I guess for VNs. By the way, hi, Snowy. How was that? Did that work? Yeah, they used to have, like, okay, I was so jealous of all the kids in school that got to play, like, the interactive, like, novels. Like, whenever I was in school, anyways, undiagnosed autism, but, I was, like, okay at reading, but I never got to do the, like, fun interactive story game books, and, like, everyone else in, like, class got them, and I got, like, the boring ass, like, here, read this. But yeah, needless to say, I don't know. I'm making a visual novel because I feel like it's the only way I can properly, like, express the story that I want to tell. Like, I don't think I can properly animate and enjoy the process of it. Like, telling the story I want to tell, because it'd be so much to animate. It'd take way too long. Like, I think... Okay, yeah, no, it's a clown idea to ever think of it. I get it. Hi, Rain. Hi, Cairo. Like, I enjoy bits of animation. I don't think I could animate anything that's like 20 minutes plus. I think I would die. I think I'd die and explode. But I also was like, okay, well, webcomic, or just a webtoon, or a comic, or something. And I was like, no, because I'm really bad at framing comics. Like, that is such a skill in of itself, and I don't have that skill. Like, I don't. I can look up framing and all that stuff as much as I want, and I can understand it for, like, or understand it, quote unquote, for, like, illustration. But, like, telling a story and, like, I don't know. I don't have that skill, and I'm not trying to develop that skill further. I'm not framing murders. Who do you think I am? I don't have to frame them. I don't do them. The curse of having creative ideas and having to manifest them. Well, like, everyone told me that I can't do everything that I want. And I'm like, that's dumb. I want to do everything that I want. Don't worry about that. A lot of successful authors also suck at telling a story. It's not that. I don't think I suck at telling a story. I just don't think I don't think I found the format for the story I want to tell yet. That's why I think a visual novel is gonna work. Because, like, I need there to be sound. I need there to be some animation. But, like, I need there to be some, like, visual. But, like, it can't just be a novel, because I don't think the writing, like, it's not that it doesn't stand on its own. I just think everything else complements it and builds, like, what I'm trying to make. It's like, it's not my vision if it's just words on a paper or on a web page. 20 minutes of animation makes my brain go like, oh yes, almost 2 years of labor. Exactly! Exactly! It's like 2 years of animation, and that's like usually when you have help with people. I'll play a CatNaps game, but Catto has to do all the voices and sound effects. I'm thinking about the beatboxing again. Alright. We have eyes because we as a species, visuals are huge. We receive the most info from... I don't know. I could also do an RPG Maker game. See, I thought about that, but that requires a bit more. And, like, I do want to make that in the future, but I think right now I want to just try making, like, my own solo, like, visual novel for now. And I know in the future, I now have a new thing for my bucket list. I want to join a game jam one day. I think it'd be fun. But yeah, I don't want to keep yapping because we do have a bit of a story to get into. Today, we're going to be playing a visual novel, but it's a linear visual novel. It's called Z.A.T.O. I love the world and everything in it. I recently found this game and 2 other games. I think it's called Milk Inside a Plastic Bag Inside a Plastic Bag. Milk Inside a Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. And then Milk Outside a Bag of Milk Outside a Bag of Milk or something. I originally found it through a couple different YouTubers. I don't know what's happened, but I recently I've been collecting schizoaffective and schizophrenic VTubers, or not VTubers, YouTubers, like Infinity Stones recently, and I watched a little bit of the story to hear about it and why there were certain aspects to it, because I've been very into schizophrenic media. I have struggled a lot trying to find media that I felt like properly represents the illness in a way at least that I can relate to it. And I was really, really, really moved by the milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk and the second game. And I've heard extremely good things about Z.A.T.O, and I heard that it is also a bit... I heard that there's ties to schizophrenia in it, and that was very exciting to hear good things about it. And yeah, and I still have like the presentation that I want to yap to you guys about having schizoaffective disorder, but I figured maybe playing a game that has ties to it in some regard, maybe. Also, I don't know if it actually does. We'll see. I'll give you guys my thoughts throughout it if you guys want. Don't milk open inside. Don't. Those are my udders. I had an acquaintance talk about Z.A.T.O before. If you ever make a horror one for a horror game jam, I will play. See, I don't know if... Okay, so I like horror and I like creepy things, but I don't know if I can write horror. I don't know. Milk inside. Open, please. Open up. Milk. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be not normal now, but I'm gonna open up the game. Let me go over and change some things. Sorry for yapping so long tonight. Whoopsie daisy. I also would like to try and get this this game finished within 3 streams. It takes about 5 to 7 hours, I believe. So, we'll see. Damn, my streamer apologizes for being fun. What do? What the fuck you mean I'm apologizing for being fun? What the, huh? Huh? What the hell? Huh? What the, oh. Drop down and give me 5! I don't know. 5 what? Figure it out. There's also another game that literally just popped up on my feed as soon as I went live, called Z.A.T.O Killing Time Chat. It has mixed reviews though, so I don't know. I put it in my library though. I grabbed that immediately. I saw pretty art and I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. I haven't properly opened up the game yet. So we'll set it up together. Oh god. Oh. That was like immediate. Why can't I find this? Hold up, I'm losing my mind. Alright, it might be loud, chat. Oh yeah, I also believe that this was made by a single person. I believe this was made by Fairy? Alright. How's that? Is that okay audio-wise? I might be in the way, sorry. Damn, isn't that such a good opening? Okay. Sorry. I don't mean to glaze. If I am in the way, or if we want me to move over to the other side, please let me know. I think characters show up on both sides of the screen, so let's just figure it out. Did you know that our sun is a very unusual star? To start with, it's a yellow dwarf. Those constitute for just 7 to 10% of all stars in the universe. It's an outlier even among those. Most yellow dwarfs are primarily covered with dark spots. And the sun isn't. The majority of its surface is bright. In fact, it has 3 times the number of light spots than it does dark spots. Sure, its overall brightness index is nothing special. You could even call it underwhelming compared to other stars of its type. But even so, it works harder than most to shine as bright as it can. And I find that really cute. I don't remember where I read about this. Must have been some newspaper from years ago. That small piece of trivia still pops up in my mind whenever I look up at the morning sky. It's not much of a view, to be honest. Not much of a sky, not much of a sun. I guess that's the kind of region it is. Some people say the sun is just lazing around in our parts. What with the constant snow? But people that go around saying that, well, they clearly haven't read that newspaper. The more I thought about things like that, and the more I learned, the more I realized how incredible everything is. I'm not just saying that to mean amazing. I mean improbable. You can't deny the world is full of great coincidences. It's to the point where I've begun to ask myself how much of it we can attribute to pure chance. The universe was so kind to give us both a star and a planet with perfect conditions for sentient life. Just the slightest fluctuation in the composition of our atmosphere, the size of the globe, or the distance between Earth and the Sun, and none of the beauty surrounding us would exist. Some would call it a miracle. And of course, that's a lovely way to put it. But isn't that giving the world we're living in too little credit? But it's not that I subscribe to anthropic principle or anything. I'm not so arrogant as to believe the universe exists just for our sake. Or rather, I'm not so sure it exists solely to be observed. When a baby is born, it's not preoccupied with how it is perceived. That conscious need emerges later as the child develops self-awareness. Until that point, its curiosity is aimed at its surroundings. So if anything, it's the opposite of what the anthropic principle entails. We're social creatures, so the need to be observed makes sense for our survival. But to say the universe itself shares that priority, it just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, this game takes place in, I believe, 1986? USSR? I have it in the YouTube description. I'm a really good streamer. 1986, USSR. Although, you can also think about it this way. A child is curious about the world because it perceives the world as external. But what if the child is the world? What if all that it could ever observe existed within itself? What can the all-encompassing universe be curious about? This is also a free game. You can download it for free on Itch.io or on Steam. So if you would like to play it yourself, the story is linear, so I don't blame you if you would like to go experience it for yourself. What can the all-encompassing universe be curious about? There's nothing but itself, so nothing but itself. There's nothing else to care about in the whole wide world. It is the world. Duh. Wait, now this makes perfect sense. If I put it like that, I guess the universe has no choice but to be self-centered. Even if this wasn't the case when it was born, what if the universe developed a desire to be perceived by others as it matured, the same way that a child would? And what do we do when we want others to perceive us a certain way? We try to mold ourselves accordingly. Ah, I think I get it now. The universe gradually felt the desire to be seen. It wanted to be admired, loved, and observed, because there's nothing more a world can do but to observe itself. It's the best and only pastime there is, as far as the world is concerned. And if observation is good, more observation is even better. Of course, an endless universe can observe itself endlessly. You can say that its observation value equals infinity. That value may seem absolute, but it isn't really. Not in mathematics. Infinity plus 1 exists. It's a value that the universe could never reach as a singular, albeit infinite observer. So it had to create new, finite observers to add to its infinity. It needed to create sentient life. Sentient life is the +1. When I put it like that, it sounds like all of us are extras at a party. Now, isn't that fun? This vast, mighty universe changed itself so meticulously to make new This vast, mighty universe changed itself so meticulously to make new observers possible. It fine-tuned all of its systems so precisely, just to have us here. It worked so hard just to share its one joy with us. Us. Worthless insects. Oh no. Oh no, this can't be. That's cute. That's really cute. I should have expected this. I should have known the finite universe would be infinitely cute. This world truly is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I realized my one issue with playing this game, my Russian is very bad. I need vodka. I can't, vodka, Ida, I can't, I see, hi, we're Toxie. Grachevskaya, Grachevskaya, Grachevskaya. Ira Grachevskaya is missing. Her last name is gonna change. This poor girl's gonna be missing because I can't properly say her name. Oh my god. No one's gonna be, it's gonna be an awful game of telephone. This poor girl's gonna die because of me. Fuck. Huh? I look up from my desk. A low hum runs through the class. Grachevskaya? What? Seriously? She's just skipping. Nah, she ran off with that one guy. You saw? No, but come on. You know her. She's totally... Silence! The teacher taps her journal on the desk. Ira's parents filled the report yesterday night. They haven't seen her since she left for school. Another round of whispers. The teacher raises her voice. So if any of you have any information that might help in finding Ira, please report it to the teacher's office or the police after class. That is all. On to the lesson. A chair creaks in the back. Wait. You really expect us just to study like normal after hearing that? Yeah. Yeah, we're shocked, you know. We're worried sick. Seriously, our classmate's missing. Our friend. Okay, Fairy, you and me are gonna have a few words because what? Arochka? Comrade. The room fills with repulsive giggles. Cut it out. Garen, sit back down. The teacher's voice sounds just as dry as it did when she broke the news. She turns toward the blackboard to write down the date. We all know the situation will probably resolve itself just fine. So let's not act dramatic. If you have anything valuable to say, I'll be happy to hear it in the office. She puts the chalk down and begins the lesson. It's December 19th. A bird flies past the window. Hi, Sir Mars. Hi. Hi, BK Pungo. Disappearance. Give me a break. Aren't you supposed to wait 3 days or something? That's a myth. You can file a missing report whenever, especially if it's a kid. Oh yeah? Hey, let's report each other as missing and see who they find first. Ha, you're on. No, but seriously, what's with the sudden hubbub? So she didn't come home. Big deal. I thought wandering off was her whole thing. Right? That's just Grachevskaya for you. Hi, Kev. Bet her parents just want some attention. Like they need any more of that. I mean, I've heard some weird cases. Yeah, never say never. Crazy is genetic. You think she's in some crack house now? No way. Do we even have any? I wish. At least there'd be something fun to do. Honestly. Hey. But she's like, for sure with the guy, right? The guy? You don't know? A bunch of people have seen them together. It's some older dude. He's like 30 or something. Ew. You serious? Yeah, it's so trashy. I slowly walk behind my classmates as we head to the next lesson. It's irritating. Their conversation is ticking me off. I'm not sure why. It's not as if they aren't making sense. It's not unusual for Ira to wander off somewhere on her own. I'm not treating this news with any real gravity. Really, I'm no better than them. There's a trace of worry in my head, but it isn't directed towards Ira. Instead, when I first heard about her disappearing, the thought that flashed into my mind was rather ugly. Now nobody will come to save me. Gross. But regardless of what people are saying, and regardless of what I personally think, that's still a missing person. Her poor parents must be so worried. Just picturing it makes me feel glum. I'm not surprised. It's Ira? Ira? Ira, okay. I'm not surprised Ira would just run off somewhere without telling anyone, but still. It's not like we've ever been friends. It'd be stranger if I acted all torn up about it, right? She's just that kind of person. Always getting herself into trouble, always hanging out in places she's not supposed to be at. They're right. This wouldn't be the first time Ira left for God knows where. But is it really true? The stuff they said about that older man? I've never even heard anything like that. Even though this whole time... I suppose it's plausible, knowing how some girls are. Even so, I never thought that Ira'd be the type to be love-struck like that. Love-struck, huh? When I put it that way, then it's almost... Yeah, it's most definitely cute. Ira in love. Forbidden love, too. Wow, I'd never have guessed. I never took that girl for a romantic. But she is a girl at the end of the day. And she does like those types of books. So perhaps she was planning to elope all along? Crap. It's all so complicated. I'm really torn on this, I really am. On one hand, it's super romantic. Such a beautiful young love with no regard for what anyone thinks. It's so incredible. It's incredibly cute. But on the other hand, I'm really sad. It's selfish and it's dumb, but if Ira's really gone, it's like I've got nothing to hope for anymore. Hey. Is that a name? Is that a nickname? Hey, Shubina. You know anything about this? No. Why would I? Well, you two were pretty close, right? Their whole group chuckles. You weren't. No? No, not at all. Really? Really? I mean, I got called that before a lot as a kid, but like, what the? Hi, Mommy Cookie Box. Wait, Mommy Cookie Box. Thank you. Welcome in, Raiders. Good morning in good time zone. I'm Catto, the demon cat from above the clouds, waking up to bring you sunshine on the rainiest, gloomiest of days. I'm a multimedia artist and VTuber, and idol. I draw and make my own models, and I like to be silly, and we're playing a very interesting game. But I hope you had a good stream. Sorry, I'm gonna change the screen because my bad. We are playing a game called Z.A.T.O. It's a visual novel. It's a linear visual novel, so it is a straight shot story. It is it's a 1986 USSR based visual novel. It came out, I believe, this January, February. So I'm really interested. It was by a single developer. But welcome in. We just started, so you haven't lost too much. You haven't what's the word? You haven't missed too much. I love small. Yeah. I fell into the visual novel rabbit hole. Well, I've always been into visual novels, but I decided, I should finally start working on the one I want to make. And I started learning Renpai and all this other stuff. And yeah, I think I can start adding game dev onto my list of things that I do. Welcome in, Delta! Welcome in! They all erupted laughter. We weren't. We didn't even talk! Dream, you dumbass. Ira's screwing the old guy. She ain't like that. I don't know. Some chicks swing both ways. You never know these days. I don't. It's... Look at her face. Chill out, Shubina. We're just kidding. Jeez. Are you getting so scared anyways? You really a lesbo or something? I'm not. They just keep laughing. What can I even say to that? No matter what I do, they just keep laughing. If Ira came in through the door right now and heard what they were saying, all hell would break loose. I mean, she only disappeared a day ago. She's probably just coming late today. She doesn't even know there's a missing report. Maybe she already left her lover's place. Maybe she's trudging through our snowy schoolyard as we speak. No, she's already inside. She already left her wet puffy jacket in the cloakroom. And now she's going down to the corridor. Up the stairs to the left. That's right, she's coming. She's gonna storm in any minute now. Right, that's it. I hear her. I can hear her footsteps. She's coming. Ira's coming. What's with that face? You look like you're holding in a shit. She's totally a lesbo. I'm not. I've never talked to her. I told you. The steps walk past the classroom. Now that they're closer, they don't sound like her at all. They never sounded like her in the first place. Well, maybe not with her, but like in general. Yeah, you don't have a boyfriend, right? Why's that? Huh? I don't know. Dude, look at her. Be real. Come on, don't say that. What, you want to be her boyfriend? Hey, want to go out with Igor? Oi! What? Come on, he's a great guy. Right, Igor? You treat her right. Piss off, man. I'm not doing this. Yeah, it's based in USSR 1986. Hi, Jester. Hi, boss. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Hi, Raiders. Good morning and good time zone. I'm Catto, demon cat from above the clouds, waking up to bring you sunshine on the gloomiest of days. I'm a multimedia artist, idol, and self-produced VTuber, and brand new game dev. Hi, boss. Welcome. Thank you. We're currently playing a game called Z.A.T.O. I love the world and everything in it. It's a 1986 visual, or it's a visual novel based on USSR 1986. To my understanding, it is about a classmate who goes missing. Yeah, I got interested in it because a YouTuber I watch who has a schizoaffective disorder played it, recommended it, and said that it was really, really good. So yeah, now I'm playing it and I'm subjecting you guys to it. I'm excited. Hi, Yap Queen, thank you. I bite my tongue. There I go again. Bad habit. It's not like it works anyways, so why do I keep doing it? I plop down at my desk and start mindlessly flipping through the textbook. I need to stop indulging in fantasies like that. It just makes me feel stupid every time. If Ira came through that door and beat them up right then and there, would it really even help my case? He'd probably keep saying those same things behind her back. And to my face. I guess it really would be for the worse. Yeah, I shouldn't have wished for that. If Ira saw that, it would just add fuel to the fire. So it's a good thing she didn't interfere. It's a good thing. It's a really great thing. At least these guys don't bother me for the rest of the day. Everyone's too preoccupied with gossip. Can't focus on studying either. I keep thinking. The last time I saw Ira, the teacher says her parents saw her leaving in the morning, but she didn't show up to class. That part's nothing new. Ira's always had a bad attendance record, so I assume she skipped as usual and went to see that man they talked about. Did she go to him right away? Because in that case, yesterday evening, go home as Saya? I don't even know how to say main character's name. I'm so sorry. The teacher's office, was it? I'm kind of scared of going straight to the police. But I should. I should probably report that. Not sure if it'll be any help. For some reason, the idea of telling anyone what I saw. Something bad just doesn't sit right with me. There's no logical reason for that. I need to get over myself. Sure, she's probably fine. I know that. Freaking everyone knows that. But if she's not, well... I'm gonna regret it big time. But I also might be tearing star-crossed lovers apart. If Ira really ran away to be with someone she really cares about so deeply, away from society's ridicule, would it really be right to ruin it? Crap. I have to admit, also a little judgmental. I mean, it's really beautiful. I do believe that judging love like that is ugly, 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 but whenever I start to consider it closely, I just can't brush off how much older that man is. I just can't. Ugh. I'm really no better than the rest. Wait, that's it! So that's why I don't want to tell anyone about what I saw. It must be the good in me screaming, don't ruin their good fortune. They're probably so happy together right now. It's none of your business. Gosh, yes, that must be it. That explains everything. Should I follow my heart then? Should I keep silent? It's not as if what I had seen will make a difference. It was kind of inconsequential. There's no point in telling anyone about it at all. It's not the kind of information that anyone points to in particular location or culprit. Not that there is one. So let's keep silent and everyone will be happy. I'll be happy. The good irrational me will be happy. And the cold reasonable me will be happy as well. Hi Doomsday. Hi Tadamir. Yep. Good job, Zaya. You solved it. It sure is nice to have a clean conscience. Oh, no need to loaf around here any longer. Guess I better head home. Counterpoint! Counterpoint! What if, and bear with me here, what if Ira's actually missing? Despite all odds, there's always a possibility that she is in danger. If there's even the tiniest chance that my report will help in finding her, then that info is worth providing. And if she really did elope with her beloved, then my testimony won't change a thing. It's worthless at worst. That's true. If If I carefully weigh the pros and cons, that off chance of Ira being in danger and my words being the key to solving her makes for a strong argument. Whoa. My words being the key to saving her? Wow, yeah! That'd be so amazing! And then I'd come and visit her in the hospital and she wouldn't know how to thank me? She'd say I shouldn't have. She'd say, I told you to leave me alone, dummy. But then I'd just shake my head and respond, it's nothing. I was just doing what I was supposed to. No, I gotta come up with something cooler. I'll need you to think about that. Wait, why is she in the hospital? I hope Ira ends up in the hospital? Jeez, of course not. I don't need my freaking testimony to save her. I know my testimony is useless because she's already home. Risk calling home, telling her parents how happy she is with the love of her life. That's what I hope for. Just keep having stupid thoughts today. At least I know what I should do now. I made my decision. I'm going to the teacher's office. Where was it again? I doubt they expect anyone to come. I'll probably look kind of silly. Wouldn't be the first time. But who cares? Walking. Down the staircase to the right. Down the... There's the... There! That's the teacher's office. Huh? Not gonna lie. The writing so far in the color changes, I don't know if it's meant to. I don't know who's meant to be like the ill one or whatever, but the dueling argument is very accurate to how it feels sometimes. There's like another, sometimes it's not even like a voice. It's like an inner voice, but it's not your inner narrative that's talking. But it like compels you and it makes you think certain thoughts. And you're like, oh, I shouldn't do this. But what if this? But what if that? And it's like, it's it puts you like it makes you feel paranoid and it makes you feel like stuck and frozen. So I don't know. So far, thumbs up. The writing's very compelling. I like it. It feels very it's relatable for me. Again, I don't know it's not intrusive thoughts. No. I don't know if I should disclose it again, but I personally have schizoaffective disorder along with some other stuff. So to my understanding, this game is it's very representative of it. It's imagine intrusive thoughts but actually hearing something.
Bing bong, ding bong. Welcome back.
Hi, Jet. Thank you so much for the resub for 73 months. That's crazy. Welcome. A girl. There's a girl standing there right by the door. I think I've seen her before. Is she an upperclassman? Our town is really tiny, and so is our school. If I were a better person, I would know her name. She turns to look at me. I'm not sure what she is expecting, so I nod a little. Is there a queue? A queue? To the office? Oh. Oh, no. I'm just waiting for someone. Okay. Hey. What? You're Asya, right? Yeah? How'd you know? That's kind of a loaded question. How do we know anything? I mean, it's not like we have lots of faces to remember here. You know me too, right? Sorry. Really? That's what I was talking about. It's not that I don't care to remember everyone's names. I just don't know how... I don't know where other people get them from. Chat, does that make sense to you guys? Does that make sense? Do you get that? Am I crazy for understanding what that means? They say that in tiny cities like this, everyone knows each other, but that's just not true. We learn about the people outside our immediate circle through gossip or common friends. But I haven't made any new ones since the day Tazia left. And gossip. Sure, sometimes I overhear my classmates chatting about this and that, but I don't like listening to them. I don't like their voices, so I try not to pay attention too much. Wait. When I put it like that, it kind of does sound like my fault. You were just saying that for guys named Greg? Yes, because who names a baby Greg? My point is, when everyone regurgitates the idea that everyone knows everyone, the word everyone doesn't include me. The name's Marina. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. You got something to share about Ira? How did you know? What do you mean how? We had an announcement, same as you. They told us to report to the teachers and all. Ah, I see. For some reason, I thought they only broke the news to us, Ira's classmates. But it makes sense they'd at least give the upperclassmen a heads up, just in case they happen to know her. Which means... you also know something about Ira? Yep. Ah, that's great. So you talked to the teachers already? Sure did. Wow. And what did you tell them? That's between me and the investigation. You can't just spout info like that out in the open, Asya. The wall's got ears. Oh. I understand. Sorry. Okay, well, you don't have to apologize. Crap. I'm making an awful first impression. Not only did I not know her name like I was supposed to, but I look like I don't know the first thing about vigilance. Oh, am I kidding? I really don't. I'll just go in then. Marina suddenly blocks my path. No, you won't. I'm sorry? You're not telling them anything. She gestures with her fingers to the tact of each syllable. Why? Because... a bad feeling stirs up in my chest. Please don't tell me it's gonna be the same thing as my classmates. Is this because I acted rude? I didn't mean to. Well, I never mean to. I just can't help it, can I? We just met and I've already managed to mess everything up. Damn it. I desperately search her face for signs of mockery, but weirdly I can't find any. I've been waiting for you. Huh? Surprised? Of course I am. No, wait. This has to be some stupid ruse. I'm going to believe this girl and then she'll just laugh in my face about it. I'm serious. Ira told me about you. Really? Yeah? Oh gosh, they talked about me? How? I'm shocked Marina is being as friendly as she is, considering the kind of description Ira could give. Wait, does that mean she's a friend of Ira's? For some reason, I never thought about her having any, at least not at school. That was really presumptuous of me. I wonder what Ira's like when she's with friends. I know you saw her yesterday. I figured you wanted to report it, so I ran here as soon as classes ended. Oh, I just said that, my bad. I guess it'd be easier to catch you between lessons, but... I got so caught up in all those stupid rumors. It kind of slipped my mind. She knows? But hey, what matters is that it all worked out. So why are you stopping me? Aha! Well... Marina looks around the empty corridor before lowering her voice. If you tell them about yesterday, you'll make everything worse. Huh? Let's not talk about this in front of the office, okay? Come on, let's go. She takes a step back and beckons with her hand. I'm not sure what she has in mind, but it doesn't seem like a prank. Still... Wait. I know Ira's probably fine, but isn't it better to play it safe? The faster we share all we know with everyone, the... Quiet, you! I just said we shouldn't talk about this stuff where the adults can hear! Marina grabs my hand and starts dragging me down the corridor. She's not exactly being quiet either. All of my stumbled protests sound so weak, they might as well be white noise to the other girl. Yes, I spent half the day doubting whether I should report at all. So what? I carefully examined my options and came to my own conclusion. I deserve to see it through. I deserve to testify! But some part of me is relieved that the ultimate choice was made for me. I mean, that silly gut feeling I thought I overcame with reason has come out on top. So there was something to it in the end. So I was right. My heart was right. Sure, I can't actually know but since I'm yet to hear what Marina has to say. But this can't be pure chance, can it? And if it's not, what does it actually hinge on? Did Marina show up because the world needed to stop me for the sake of something more important? Or did Marina... Or did Marina show up because I subconsciously wished for something? For anything to stop me? Whatever it was, I guess I don't mind this after all. No worries! If you need to go make dinner. I think I'll stick to the grander narrative angle for the time being. The world bending itself to the will of some worthless gnat is a preposterous idea. But it wouldn't be the first time for me, would it? And the fact that the world, for any reason, has decided to guide me toward the right path, that's so endlessly sweet. Chat, this is what we call magical thinking in schizophrenia. Or on the schizophrenia spectrum. Believing that the world is giving you signs or the world is altering around you is magical thinking. Down the stairs to the lobby to the coat room. I don't resist anymore. Marina drags me along and I feel my doubt turning to excitement. This is definitely the right path. This girl knows about Ira. I want to know more about Ira too. The whole wide world wants me to know. Oh. Episode 1, Ira! I didn't expect to get so called out at the beginning. I thought it was gonna take a minute. What the hell is your problem? Everyone's looking from Ira to Garen to the chair that just crashed on the floor next to the boy, barely missing him. Huh? Ira the fuck? Is she insane? Somebody call the teacher! Not paying any mind to the commotion that has filled the classroom, Ira storms towards Garen. Her face is contorted with rage. Before he can react, she rips the notepad from his hand and slams it on my desk. I hastily grab onto it. Read that again and I'll kick your teeth in. Huh? Are you nuts? Ira doesn't respond. For a second, she just glares at him, then turns around and stomps back to her desk. The classmates who were caught up in the laughing fit just a moment ago are now watching her in silent bewilderment. They scoot out of her way as she retrieves their bag, then towards the door. Crazy bitch. She ignores them. Ah. Ira, where are you going? Hey! Ira forcibly pushes past the teacher. You... Ira! What do you think you're doing? Your parents will hear about this! Her threat falls on deaf ears. Everyone knew Ira. She's always been like that, I think. No, not throwing chairs around. Ira had no regard for the rules that everyone's supposed to follow. I guess they call someone like her a problem child. Her parents got a lot of flack for it. It's only normal in a town like ours. Not just because of its small size, but because of its, let's say, exclusivity. Vorkuta 5 prides itself on virtually non-existent crime rate. That's the natural consequence of nobody being allowed to enter or exit without a permit. You're lucky to be here, to have a salary higher than the national average, to have access to goods people in the neighboring towns can't even dream of. You get afforded such a privilege. Last time I checked, our population hadn't even hit 6,000. So when someone like Ira appears on this tiny society's radar, she's not just seen as a delinquent. She's a puzzling stain on a community that's meant to be spotless. Like a weed that sprouted in a painstakingly maintained flower garden. Of course, it's not as if she appeared out of thin air. It's all in the family, they say. The blame falls on the people responsible, that is. On Ira's parents. And the question begins to arise. Why is Ira behaving like this? Is there trouble at home? Do they believe this is acceptable? Do they not teach her discipline? Do they not understand how fortunate they are? They've been granted so much that they can't do the bare minimum in raising their own child. Do they really want to be here? Do we want them to be here? I've heard a lot of talks like that. I've heard more after Ira threw the chair at Garen. I don't get why. I didn't get why. Everyone was just having fun. And it was my fault for bringing the notebook anyway. I was just hoping to write a little in the library once the school was done, but my bag slipped and all the contents scattered on the floor. Of course they would get curious about it. Of course they'd want to read the silly things I wrote. It's not a big deal. It's not like I've ever taken poetry or drawing very seriously. Those are just fun distractions, nothing more. If people laugh, well, what's it matter to me? I couldn't wrap my head around it. I couldn't, but I still wanted to thank Ira for it somehow.
No worries, Flamish. I hope you have a good night. Sleep tight, don't let the bedbugs bite.
She rarely shows up to school, and even when she does, she can just leave at random. I couldn't get a hold of her for a long time because of that. Well, that, and also I was really scared. Ira's never as much as looked at me. Even when she lashed out at Garen, it was like I weren't even there. But 2 weeks after the incident, it finally happened. We crossed paths. I went to the bathroom during some lesson. I think it was math. I came in through the door.
Oh, this Yuji's pretty.
And there she was, blowing white smoke through the half-open window. I didn't even know she was at school. Hi. Ira shot me a disinterested look. Hi. I awkwardly scuttled past her to one of the stalls. After closing the door, I realized I was so nervous I couldn't do any of my business. So I just sat there, thinking about how I should approach her. It's not like I had some long conversation or formalities in mind. I just wanted to say thanks. In theory, it should have been easy. But wouldn't have that made me look like a weirdo too? Assuming she did all that for me. That would just make me look self-centered. I had no idea how much time had passed while I was just in the stall. Maybe 5 minutes? Maybe 20 seconds? But when I heard what sounded like her getting off the windowsill, I swung the door open.
Wait!
Uh-huh? I froze up. She stood next to the window, bag in hand. The cold draft wafted through her hair. I had to say something. I got this rare chance. The world gave me this rare chance to tell her what I wanted. What am I supposed to say? Thank you? After I just tumbled out of a toilet stall? What? She raised an eyebrow. I just stood there with my mouth hopelessly open, as if I'd gone mute, as if every word in the Russian dictionary got wiped from my brain. Whatever. No, wait! Please! I took a step toward her and she jolted away, like I were a leper. I didn't know what I should say or ask. I just knew I had to say something, even if it was the first thing that popped into mind. What? What the hell do you want?
Isn't it cold?
Huh?
The window windowsill. When you sat smoking there right by the window. I thought, weren't you cold like that?
Huh? She blinks. Not really. Maybe a little.
Ah, thought so.
Anything else?
No.
I mean, yes, I'm sorry that you got in trouble. Huh?
Well, I heard you got into some trouble after that. You know, when Garen read my stupid poetry. I'm sorry for that.
She eyed me for several seconds, which to me felt like an eternity. She then sighed and slowly flipped her hair back. And why are you apologizing? That had nothing to do with you.
Well, I guess not.
His voice was getting on my nerves.
I see.
I looked down at the tiled floor. I knew that was the case, of course. It's not like I was hoping Ira jumped in to defend my honor or anything of the sort. I wanted to thank her regardless of intent, but no matter how hard I thought and tried to word it, everything just came out sounding awkward or wrong. Why does this always happen? The soles of her boots squeaked against the floor. She spun around and walked toward the door, and this time I made no attempt to stop her. Your poetry isn't stupid.
Huh?
I stood there, dumbfounded. Did she just say that? Did I hear it right? Her poetry isn't stupid. Does that mean she likes it? Ira likes my poetry? Ira? The bell rang and snapped me out of my short-term stupor. I shook my head. Right, I need to get back to the classroom. I doubted Ira was going to be at the next lesson. I washed my hands from nothing in particular. Being in the bathroom part of the game makes me feel like I have to go to the bathroom. Weeks passed. My life didn't exactly change. I went to school the same way. I sat through the lessons, then went to the store, then to the library, for a walk, and then when it got dark, I headed home. Do you want to learn how to produce it? Pronounce it! Oh my god. Day after day. My notebook. I think after stream, at the end of stream, I'll try to look it up. I just left to get a snack from the cafeteria. Where did it go? Oh, we borrowed her notebook for a second. You don't mind, right? It's fine. Thanks. By the way, is this supposed to be you? He lifts a scrap of paper up to me. Oh no. I forgot I left it in there. No? It's just a drawing. Yeah? You sure? It really looks like you if you were pretty. It's not me. Whatever you say. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. Whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attends classes, albeit irregularly. Ira, irregular. She always vanished during breaks. I don't know where to, and I wouldn't dare ask. Something told me she'd say none of your business if I did. And she'd be right. But even so, I kept imagining those scenarios in my head. Not just when I was being laughed at. I started doing it when I was walking home from school, or to the store, or just wandering the streets, killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I just bumped into Ira. I thought how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started taking new routes. It's embarrassing to think about it now, but... Ah, Ira. She walked past me in the corridor. Not even a nod, not even a look in my direction. I guess I don't exactly stand out in a crowd, but... No, it's my fault for mumbling. I shouldn't have spoken up louder, even though it took all of my courage just to muster that much. Even though I definitely think she should have heard it. Hey, Vadim? What?
Remember when I gave you... What is that? Can I have it back?
Huh? 50? When was that again?
Last Friday?
Jesus. You remember things like that?
Can I have it back?
Man, I don't even remember taking it. You sure you're not making this up? Maybe you gave it to someone else.
No, it was you.
Jeez. I don't freaking know. It's like half a ruble. Who gives a shit? Why do you care so much? So petty. You probably just lost it or something. My eyes keep snapping up to the doorway. It's empty, of course. What am I waiting for? Even if she showed up, what would she do? Mug him in front of everyone? That'd be really funny. Hey, stop thinking that. Maybe she really did forget. Who knows? I really shouldn't be upset. It's not that much. You could go grocery shopping with that, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not exactly starving. Lately, I've been eating too much junk anyways. Yeah, maybe if I eat less of this stuff, my skin will clear up. That'd be nice. Asya, you don't wear makeup at all, right?
No, I don't. We're not allowed to, though.
What are you saying? They allowed it last year.
Really?
Nobody's gonna send you home for it.
Oh, that's good, I guess.
These girls rarely talk to me. They're usually pretty nice, though. At least when they're not joking along with the guys. I think one of them likes Vadim. She laughs a lot whenever he says anything to me. I suppose we have very different sense of humor. But you never tried it before, yeah?
Makeup? No, never.
Seriously? You're like 15 already.
14.
Same thing. You gotta learn to do it at some point. Especially with that complexion.
Well, I'm not really...
Hey, how about we help you out? Yeah, just some light makeup. You'll see what it's like. I don't know. Come on, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, you're gonna love it. Alright, but yeah, hey, come here then. I don't think people do unpleasant things on purpose. Nobody wakes up in the morning with the goal to make somebody feel bad. I really believe that. If someone is doing something hurtful, then they don't fully understand it. So I wouldn't wish bad things on people who don't really know that they're being mean. I shouldn't wish for Ira to appear and interrupt them, or to scream at them, or punish them, or anything. I can still hear everyone laughing as I run out to the corridor. I'm covering my face. I don't need the teachers to see me like that. At least the toilet's close so I can wash this mess off quickly. I should stop falling for these pranks, but... Sorry. I lift my face up without thinking. Oh no. Ugh. The hell? Ira jerks away from me. I can't blame her. I must look like an insane person. Yeah, I look awful. God. I can't handle her looking at me like that. I'm sorry. Huh? I run past her. Run. I just need to get to the restroom. I just need to wash it off. After about a month, reality had dawned on me. I kept telling myself that Ira's actions had nothing to do with me. She told me that much, and in no uncertain terms. She said that, and I kept repeating it again and again and again and again. But I didn't believe it. On some level, I still held on to the faint hope that Ira pitied me, that she cared about me for God knows what reason. No, really, what was the reason? Her lashing out at a classmate she found annoying? One who just so happened to make fun of me? Her not joining in? Her telling me she liked my writings? She didn't even say that much. She said they weren't stupid. Oi. Huh? 3 coins clink against my desk. 20, 20, 10. So you remembered? There. Thanks for the unforgettable night. Everyone around him erupts and snickers. Hey, you're a cheap deal. You free later? Very funny. Oh, please, get a sense of humor. Your face is dragging down the class morale. That's alright. You're doing all of us a disservice. Think of your classmates for once.
I let myself believe something would change. I thought that as if I deserved it. As if I didn't have it good enough before. As if my life had any real problems. I was just being greedy, plain and simple. Getting my hopes up over some silly coincidence. It's all so stupid. I can't help but laugh. But that's okay. I know better now. I was being ridiculous. It's shameful to admit, but better late than never, right? I got a little too caught up in my own little world. And hey, even if they didn't amount to anything, I can still appreciate those little encounters with Ira for what they were. Brief but wonderful moments. I could reminisce fondly about the one time I lucked out and saw Garen all scared and confused. Or that one time somebody gave my work a compliment, backhanded as it was. I could do that, because everybody does that. Everyone has those little things that they look back on with a smile. It's beautiful in its own way, is it not? Our whole lives are a series of episodes, both good and bad. It doesn't matter if they grow into a bigger story. Because each moment has a lot of merit on its own. It's something I should learn to be content with. It's something I've been perfectly content with until now. Until I decided that what I had wasn't enough. Speaking objectively, what is there to complain about? No, seriously. I live in the prettiest part of the vast country. I have a comfortable roof over my head and even my own room. I have 2 living parents. I have wonderful hobbies to enjoy, paper to write on, books to read, TV to watch. I buy myself treats almost every day after I'm done with school. I have good grades, the teachers tell me I have great potential. My classmates also recognize how studious I am. I help them with their studies when they ask me to. That's right. I've got classmates that I can always talk to. Guys I can always laugh.
Was it supposed to flicker like that?
Even if their jokes don't always land. Even if my sense of humor isn't the best. All of this, I have all of this. Right here, right now. Everything that a girl my age could ever ask for. So why did I act as if it weren't enough? You idiot! What?
I didn't get to finish.
Why the hell do you always have to go along with some bullshit? I'm so... Ira looks like she's going to slap me, but instead swings her boot against the snow hill. She then turns to me and starts roughly swiping clumps of snow stuck to my coat. My whole body feels slightly numb. When I start to speak, my voice comes out weaker than expected. Ira? How did you know I was here? Doesn't matter. I heard that I heard that asshole Garen giggling about it. Can you stand? Yeah. I clumsily get up, my limbs feel rigid. I know you shouldn't sit on concrete when it's cold. I wouldn't normally. But there was nowhere else to sit near the school's back entrance, and my legs are starting to get tired. I half-heartedly shake the snow off my skirt and tights. The flakes fall gently on the ground below. I look at Ira. Her face is... Huh. The word concern flashed in my head, but I've already learned that I'm no good at judgments like that. I shouldn't be presumptuous. It's a bad habit of mine. I shouldn't flatter myself. I shouldn't. But the question escapes before I manage to cut myself short. So why are you here? What do you mean, why? I told you Garen was bragging about slipping you that stupid letter. Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. This doesn't have anything to do with you, does it? As soon as I say that out loud, I realize I messed up. I really did. Now she's gonna punch me. Ira's going to punch me for real. She's gonna punch me and then never speak to me again. I don't even say sorry. I just brace myself for the incoming blow. Physical, verbal, I don't care. I've earned it. No, not really. Huh? It doesn't concern me at all. It's just annoying. Is that so? Yeah. You pissed me off. And you pissed me off too. I don't freaking get you.
You knew it wasn't real. There's no way you believed that, right? Right? I didn't believe it. I'm not that stupid. I looked down at the moist, crumpled letter that I forgot I was still holding. It's the oldest trick in the book. A love letter prank? Really? Who would fall for that? I stare at the shriveled up piece of paper, and something about its whole existence feels extremely sad to me. You want to burn it? Huh? I have matches. Oh. No, thanks. It's wet anyways. I fold the letter and shove it into my pocket. It will get damp inside, but I don't care. I can't throw it away. A fake confession is still a confession in the end. Those words didn't choose to be written insincerely. It's okay. Even as this whole thing isn't real, I met Ira today. Ira came. After all these weeks praying, Ira came. Thank you. Eh? I smile at her. Even after I said I had come to terms with it. No, right as I was saying it to you, to myself, to the world, I knew that I was lying. I couldn't throw away that last dumb scrap of hope I had. That small, involuntary thought that crept into my mind. Whenever I felt slightly lonelier than usual. Even if it took so long, she finally came. I didn't do anything, really. Flustered. Ira's flustered. Is she flustered? Really? That's cute. It's just so cute. Huh? What's with you? Alright. I'm grinning like an idiot. Sorry. I'm fine. Whatever. I'm going home. What? Already? Ira gives me a quick once-over. You... take care. Yeah, okay. Bye-bye. We wave at each other and I watch her disappear behind the corner. I hesitate. Maybe I shouldn't... It feels like there's still so much I want to say to her. I don't know what or why, but I just know that it's a lot. I turn and walk a couple of steps in the direction of my home. No. Change my mind. I run back. Crap, my legs are still so stiff. I turned the same corner Ira passed not even a minute ago, and she's already gone. I sigh. The snow isn't deep enough to leave clear footprints. Not that I'd be desperate enough to follow. Why does she always leave in such a rush? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. As soon as the next part loads up. It's okay! Okay, thank you for telling me I can go to the bathroom, game. my chair, Zena! Get out of my chair! Ah! I have to fight her! Zena! Zena! Hello, X-Koi. Hello, Solemn. Hello. Ah! Welcome back. Thank you! I had to fight my cat. Not seriously, but oh my god. Hello, hello. Sorry it took me a while. I had to feed her, and as soon as I went to go feed her, she decided to snatch my chair from me. Like a little goblin. Also, we have been live for 2 hours, so I'm gonna try to do another 30 minutes. My throat is a little sore, so yeah, there's that. I'm sorry it's not a super long stream tonight. Just remember, I'm projecting the cramps. Cattle versus cat battle is real. Goblin D's ow my stomach. Yeah! Projecting! If you feel a pain in your stomach, it's me projecting my stomach cramps onto you. You are not pregnant. Alright. Cramp projection! It's okay. My life didn't exactly change. I went to school the same way. I sat through the lessons, then went to the store, then to the library for a walk, and then, when it got dark, I headed home. Day after day. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. Whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attended classes, albeit Did I not already do this? She always vanished during breaks. I don't know where to, and I wouldn't dare ask. Something told me she would say none of your business if I did, and she'd be right. But even so, I kept imagining those scenarios in my head, not just when I was being laughed at. I did it when I was walking home from school or to the store or just wandering the streets killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira. I thought how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started to take new routes, and as naive as it was to behave that way, I kept doing it. Again and again, walking and walking, praying and praying. Do you assholes ever shut up? Huh? This bitch. Nobody saw Ira enter the class. Everyone was too busy whistling and laughing. Ugh. And she caught me in a really dumb pose. Well, that's on me. I wouldn't have chosen Dare if I knew she'd see me like that. Though, choosing truth when playing with these guys, I'm not sure what's worse. Oh well. I'm saying all this, but I got what was coming to me. I chose to embarrass myself, and as I did so, I kept begging, wishing as hard as I could for Ira to appear. And so she did. And now, despite the overwhelming shame, I feel so happy that I might explode. Ira walks to her desk, barely paying me a passing glance. All the boys skirt out of her way. Only Garen doesn't. Move. Nah. What's the rush? Come play with us too. Huh? Dude, are you serious? Come on. Have some fun for a change. Look, she's having fun, right? Please don't look. Yeah. See? Ira doesn't flinch. Out of my way! Or what? Gonna throw a chair at me? To everyone's surprise, Ira calmly puts her bag on the nearest desk. She suddenly starts digging through it without saying a word. Garen lets out an awkward chuckle. What? Got a grenade in there or something? She looks at him. What? Whoa! Garen jumps back, bumping into another student. What the fuck? Everyone shifts away. What was that? Huh? What the hell? Something silvery shines in Ira's hand. It's a bow compass? Is that
You serious? She doesn't say anything. The room fills with low murmurs that quickly turn into jeers. Psycho, nutcase, crazy bitch. Ira lowers the compass and makes her way to her desk, looking unbothered. Ah, it's just like that last time. Ira saves me without acknowledging my existence. Maybe some onlookers. No, most people think she didn't plan on helping me at all. And that's what I'm inclined to think as well. Yet, my unreasonable heart still is elated. And I'm getting some really silly thoughts. The 2 times when Ira lashed out at Garen were the 2 times I saw him laughing at my were the 2 times she saw him laughing at my expense. There were the 2 times she saw him laughing at my expense. That can't be a coincidence, right? Of course it can. It was only 2 times. 2 times in 2 weeks apart. You'd be an idiot to think otherwise. Yes, I guess you're right. I guess it's the only logical train of thought. I should agree. I would agree. If only. I didn't do anything, really. If only Ira didn't show up that day. It's been the 2 weeks since then, and I hadn't stopped replaying that moment in my mind. Over and over and over and over and over. I didn't get sad about Ira ignoring me at school or anywhere anymore, because in that moment, I got all the justification I could ask for. It was everything that I could have hoped for. But I'm still a very greedy person. It's still not good enough. I still keep looking for her when I'm out. It's almost ridiculous how hard it can be to catch a person in a town this small. So at some point I started to wonder. I saw my classmates regularly just out and about, strolling along the main street, at the courtyards, the community center, at the store, at the cafe. They weren't hard to run into. But it was if Ira spent all of her free time at home, which could be the case, but didn't sound like something she would do. From what I heard and could assume, she didn't have the best relationship with her parents, spending hours on end in a home like that every day. No, I really doubt that. The other, more probable option was that she preferred the outskirts. Maybe she didn't want to be bothered? That sounded like her. Well, despite that being highly likely, I was hoping to do just that. Bother the heck out of her. I almost felt brave about it. Ira could totally get pissed. She could push me away. She could even attack me. Whoa. But for some reason, I really didn't think she would. My breath halted. Oh, hey. Hi. The vents near the research institute expel hot air. Nobody really goes here aside from the staff coming out for a smoke. I never ran into any, but the ground here is littered with cigarette butts, so that's a safe bet in my book. Why is Ira here of all places? Again? How many times can you buy into stupid pranks? They seriously sent you all the way here? What? No, I didn't get any letters after that. I'm just taking a stroll. A stroll? Here? Yeah? Okay. Ira gives me an incredulous look. Do you, like, smoke? No, I don't. Why? It's a smoking area. Yeah. I know that. Do you want to try then? Smoking? Mm-hmm. No, thank you. Okay. She shrugs. Awkward start. I can't let it end here. I need to just... What about you, Ira? What about me? Why are you here? Were you at the institute? Yeah. Something like that. Something like that? My mom works here. She forgets her lunch sometimes. Oh, you bring her lunch? That's what I said. That's so sweet. Eh?
Also, I'm going to move over here. That way you guys can actually see Asya, because I think her art's really cute. I mean, it's really nice you look out for your mom. It's whatever. It's not. I know it's not. With all I've heard about her family, the fact that she still goes out of her way like that, it's really amazing. Yeah, I'm to the left, sorry. The thought of doing something like that for my parents has never crossed my mind. I mean, if I were told to deliver something, I would. But Ira's different. She wouldn't do something just because she was ordered to. She'd have to really care about it. Crap. That proves it. Ira and I weren't cut from the same cloth. When I spend my days looking for an excuse to stave off the minute I have to come home, Ira's cooking, packing lunch, and carrying it to the edge of town. That goes against everything I heard. But it makes so much sense. That's why I never see her out on the street. That's why she doesn't have much time to sit at the cafe. That's why she didn't idle away at the community center. That's why she's such a caring person. That's why I'm such a piece of trash. No. She only said her mom forgets her lunch sometimes. Lunches are prepared in advance. It doesn't take long to get to the institute, even if you walk from the other side of the town. Yes, that's true. She'd still have plenty of spare time. This doesn't work. This explanation doesn't work. Ira walks back into the building. Damn, that's crazy real. Do I really need an explanation? We haven't seen, like, major hallucinations yet. We've just seen, like, delusions, magical thinking and stuff. Like, racing thoughts and more. Incoherent thoughts. Like, assumptions. I really like this so far. It's none of my business. I'm not so delusional as to believe we're close enough to share something like that. That'd be nice, but it's not how things work. I love her. I think she's really cute. She's really relatable. Things work like this. When Ira's in the room, Garen doesn't talk much to me. When she isn't, I wish she would be. Your friend's not here today. Who? Who do you think? Oh. She's not really my friend. You're Pitbull, then. Pitbull? Hey, that's spot on. You can't make a harmless joke around that chick without her throwing a conniption fit. It's annoying as shit. You think we're friends? Well, not really, but looks like they've picked up on it. On Ira acting like that's me being used as a laughingstock. So it wasn't just me? It's not just my wishful thinking? And that's nice to hear, even if I still don't know for sure. It's the most comforting thing I've heard out of Garen's mouth to date. At least she barely shows up. Yeah, they'll probably kick her out before New Year's with that attendance record. Good riddance. That's right. Ira can't possibly be meeting the minimal attendance requirements. I don't know about her grades, but... Wait, I don't think they can expel her. Huh? Why not? We're the only school in town. Where else is she gonna go? Damn. Good point. Well, her parents can just send her away. You mean to another town? Yeah. To a relative or something. No. Oh man, now that you say that. Everyone pretend to be surprised when that happens. No. No. I hate how they're right. I hate that I can see that happening. Everyone talks about it. How Ira's a nuisance to her household. It's been like that for a long time. But still, She forgets her lunch sometimes. Ah! That can't happen! No! No, it can't. It's not fair. It's not fair. They can't send her away. She can't go. She's so nice. She cares. She does. Maybe not for me, but for her family. Why would they send her away? That's just too cruel. They can't do that. If they do, then it'll be all over. If they do that, then I won't. We just started. I don't know what. I can't even recall talking about it. I don't know what it is, but that doesn't matter. Even if she just tolerates me, even if she doesn't want anything to do with me, I don't care. This can't happen. This physically cannot happen. I raise my head and look through the window. The snow's falling lightly on the yard. The dark pine branches sway under its weight. The long gray clouds glide placidly across the tundra. Far past the fences, past the mountain ridge, so far away that I can't picture it. So far away that my mind circles twice around the earth and comes back to the spot I'm sitting in. This world is way too gentle. It's been too kind to an ungrateful brat like me. So if I've earned this world's good graces, why can't a person so much more deserving do the same? What does a person like that have to do? Is there anything that I can do? A bird flies past the window. Ira. What? I'm really using up all my luck these days. Ira sits smoking in the girl's bathroom, just like she did when I first talked to her. Some snowflakes blow into the room and stick in her hair. It's gotten colder. Maybe you shouldn't sit so close? I know you don't like going to class as much, but you can really get kicked out like that. Is that why you came here? To tell me that? I know that. I'm not stupid. I don't think you are. You just really not care? Everyone says that you'll get sent away. That your parents will send you to live with a relative. Is that true? Probably, yeah. Of course it's true. I know it was true when I asked the question. Maybe if you just cleaned up, if you stopped skipping now, then maybe you won't have to go? And if you're having a hard time with studies, I can help. We could go to the library or something, and then... There's 1 month left. It's not gonna work. I get it. My voice is shaking. It's better if I keep staring at my shoes. It's okay. That's about what I expected. Of course I knew it's pointless to cram at this point. It wasn't just an excuse. A selfish boy to get scraps of Ira's time before she goes. I wonder, did I do the same when Tosia moved away? It's only been 3 years. Now that I think back to it, it's also hazy. I was a very different person then, I'm sure. At least, I probably didn't humiliate myself like this. Hey. Thanks. No, I didn't do anything. It was a dumb suggestion. It was nice of you. Nice. Great. She doesn't know. She thinks I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. It's just not fair. She really is too good of a person. Are you not going to the toilet? Actually, since you're here, have you seen anyone hiding a diary nearby? Diary? Yes. You know, the one we use for classes? Maybe you've seen something like that lying around? Ira's expression darkens. Don't worry, we were just playing a game. I guess the guys got a little carried away. I've checked the whole class in the corridors. It's probably somewhere really obvious, but...
I'm just no good at that stuff. But when I hid Igor's pencil case, they found it right away. She throws a cigarette butt out the window and hops off the windowsill. Without saying a word, Ira storms past me, but I grab onto the edge of her dress just as she's about to leave. Wait! I said it's fine. We were playing a game. Really. Please, don't get into more trouble because of me. I wasn't going to. Huh? I have an idea where it is. It was Garen, right? No. Shitty Cove. Same difference. She walks out to the corridor. I tag behind. I'm not sure what Ira has in mind, but it becomes immediately clear when she makes a sharp turn to the right. Wait, serious? She swings the door open to the boys' restroom and loudly marches in. Some poor guy tumbles out, almost colliding with me. Sorry! We're sorry! He turns and shakes his head at me in disbelief. I mean, what's there to say? I follow Ira to the bathroom. It smells so much worse in this one. I look around and see Ira's hand reaching above the stalls. Ah, there it is. My diary. Right by the tiny window at the top. Ira steps on the toilet bowl. Please be careful. I'm fine. She grabs onto the flush tank secured way above. Then, using it as an anchor, she reaches for the windowsill. Catch. I clasp the diary in my hands. It's really been here all along. I look up Ira, who's now awkwardly trying to get down. Wow, Thank you! Yeah. Ira almost loses her balance, but jumps just in time. The bowl makes a loud clang as she hops off. Whoa. Are you okay? Yeah. Let's get out of here. You think it's broken? Dunno. I didn't see anything. But... Why would I be in the men's toilet? Gross. Oh, she's so sick. I love her. Oh my god, wait, she's awesome. Welcome back, by the way. Pine Trees had a hard time figuring out... Yeah. Some of the dithering and all that's a little crazy, but I don't mind it. It's... I don't want to say it's, like, accurate all the time, but... Sometimes things are very hard to understand and see what you're looking at when you're like... I don't know. Ah, I see. Thank you again. Mm-hmm. How did you know it would be in the boys' room? You think Shirk would go into the ladies' room? No. I suspected they put it there. I just didn't have the courage to enter. You can't keep doing this. You know, should have checked there from the start. Instead of running around the whole school like a... No, you can't keep going along with it. It was just a game. It wasn't. No, really. We were just playing around. Bullshit. You know damn well what they're doing. They're not your friends. I never said they were. Then why don't you tell them to piss off? For once in your life. I can't. You like being a victim that much? It won't get better if you keep doing this. It'll only get worse. It's not that bad. And I wouldn't... I can't. I can't just say something like that to them. I'm sorry. Why the hell not? Well, it wouldn't be right, and... For the love of... It's not like I never tried it before. But when they say something, they just make fun of me. And nothing changes. So freaking what? Who cares what they say? Just don't bother with them. I'm not like you. I can't just do that. I can't act like I don't care when everyone's laughing. I can't look people in the eye like that. And when I want to go along with it, at least they talk to me. And we were okay on your own, but So what's your plan?
Huh?
That's it? You're gonna spend the next 3 years like that? Seriously. She exhales sharply. She doesn't even look annoyed anymore. I get that. I'm also disappointed in myself. Asya.
Yeah?
You know I'm leaving soon. That's right. I understand what she's getting at. The unspoken rule Garen and his friends have been sticking to, pulling themselves back when Ira's around. The real cowardly reason why I'm so terrified of her going away. I don't know what to do. Why can't I stop? The hand she's been dealt is so much worse than mine. Here I am, whining and clinging to her like a leech. I should be the one helping. I should be the one telling Ira to get her act together, and yet I can't think of a single thing to give her. Write me a poem.
Huh?
A poem.
Why?
What kind of question is that? 'Cause I like them.
Oh, really? You like them? You liked my poems?
Why else would I ask?
Thank you so very much. I mean, yes, of course. I'll write you one. You want it to be about something, or maybe in a specific meter?
I don't care. Anything.
Alright. I'll think of something then. I'll try.
Yeah, you do that. Ira checks her wristwatch. I gotta go. See you around, I guess. Already?
Yeah, alright. See you around.
She waves her hand and leaves.
Aww. Yeah, this was made in Renpai. I watch her walking down the empty corridor. Empty. I've really stayed in school for way too long. The shadows stretch along the hallway, tall and dark. My heart is pounding. I should get going too.
That's a lot of content. What does that mean?
My life didn't exactly change. I went to school the same way. I sat through the lessons, then went to the store, then to the library for a walk, then when it got dark, I headed home. Day after day. Sometimes when classmates joked around with me, whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attended classes. She vanished during breaks. I never asked where to. I kept imagining scenarios in my head, not just when I was being laughed at. I did it when I was walking home, from school, or to the store, or just wandering the streets, killing time. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's not normal? I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira. I thought about how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started taking new routes, and it was as naive as be. Oh, I thought I missed... Oh? Ira! Hi! What are you doing here?
Ira points to her cigarette.
Oh no, I mean... What are you doing at the center?
Came to return some books.
Oh. So you go to the library. What were you reading?
Stuff.
You don't want to say?
You won't like it.
Huh? Why not?
Ira looks at me like she's weighing down the pros and cons of exposing to me her taste in literature. Did she read something she shouldn't? Maybe she thinks it's too dark or crass for someone like me? That's kind of unfair though, isn't it?
You know, the other week I finished The Plague. By Camus?
Never read it.
It's about a physician trying to save a town from an epidemic. It's very visceral. I enjoyed it a lot. Not sure I agree with the message, though.
Yeah? What was it?
It was, basically, it's that evil is an inherent part of life. You can try warding it off, but it'll never be good for good. And even if you do good things in times of crisis, there will always be some greater force spiking your guns.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Uh-huh.
I guess that there's some okay people in the world, but there's a lot more dirtbags.
Really? It's a pretty depressing way to look at it.
That's just how it is.
I don't know if I agree. At least I've never met someone I'd call a dirtbag.
You serious? Garen's right there.
Garen? Well, he's not that bad.
Uh-huh.
Really, I don't think he means it. I'm sure everyone's trying the best they can. Most people wouldn't want to cause anyone pain, right? I think that's something Candace and I can agree on.
Yeah, right. If everyone's so nice, where's all that greater evil coming from? You think it's some natural phenomenon?
No, of course not. There are things we perceive as painful in the moment, and there are really horrible, awful things happening every day. But I don't think it's right to call them evil. Evil's intentional. Those things don't come from bad intentions. Sadness, loneliness, misunderstanding, fear. But not evil. There was this famous judge. Is
that Dionysus? I don't know how to pronounce Greek people.
From ancient Greece, I think. Anyway, he said evil is not a being. For if it were, it wouldn't be totally evil. Evil has no place among being.
Okay. So,
That's a rather extreme example, but, it's not like he was born that way, was he? I mean, it wasn't his natural quality, I don't think.
So, the point still stands. He grew up and became evil as hell. Evil exists, it's freaking everywhere. Just because there's a reason for it doesn't make it better.
Of course not. I just don't like when it's described as something, omnipresent.
Omni what?
It's like, it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is, we aren't born with some big evil force inside us. I doubt the universe is any different.
What? The universe ain't a person. Of course it's different.
Well, yes, it's not. I know that. But it is a kind of being, right? I mean, since every being is pure by default, so is the universe.
This is freaky, because I was actually having this discussion today where I said, I don't think people are necessarily born evil, but I think some people are predisposed to sadist tendencies, and they're not giving a guided hand into, like, why it's bad, and they're not taught how to manage it properly, and I think that's how people become more evil and become evil, because, like, I've met some evil-ass children. Growing up in my time, this game is very similar to, like, I relate to Asya a lot. I don't think people are born evil. I just think people are predisposed to certain tendencies and certain personality types. And, I don't know. I don't know enough about psychology and, like, Freud and Carl Jung and all that to, like, I don't even know if that's, like, the right people, but nature versus nurture is a very important, like, thing in philosophy and, like, psychology and stuff. I'm not, like, educated enough to yap about it. I don't know enough about it, but, like, I do think it's really interesting, and I do think that, like, I don't know. The less you know about Freud and Jung, the better. No! The collective consciousness, though! Haibane Renmei!
Serial experiments lay!
And, I'm not making any sense, am I?
You're not.
Sorry.
It's whatever. About what I'd expect.
What does that mean?
You're weird. You say weird things.
Ah. For a second, I feel a lump raising in my throat. But then I realize something. Ira doesn't look annoyed with me. In fact, it's like she's not repulsed by me at all.
I don't really get it, but it must be nice being able to think that way. Like, everyone's good deep down. Like, nobody would ever hurt someone on purpose. That's a sweet world you're living in. How do you do it? If I were you, I'd be angry as hell.
Aren't you pretty angry already?
Angrier.
Whoa. Even angrier.
Yes. I'd be 100 times as pissed.
Scary.
You bet. I imagined Ira throwing 100 chairs. 100 chairs flying towards 100 Garens. Chairs flying, bow compasses swinging. Ira's like a... The text on the building's place of culture, by the way. Oh, that's awesome. What is this word? Oh! Bodhisattva. It's basically a practitioner of Buddhism who wants to, who's like looking for enlightenment. Or on the journey for enlightenment, I guess. Dozen of hands, half are for holding furniture, half are for stationery. A halo of chairs and compasses. A halo drawn with a compass. Every new compass draws another halo. 100 times more compasses, 100 times more halos. Oh, is this like ancient geography? Not geography, ancient geometry or whatever? Ira is surrounded by 100 halos. We talk for a while longer. Just idle chatter while she finishes her smoke. I tell her about some of the books I've recently read. My impressions, my interpretations. I'm not exactly used to sharing those, so my thoughts came out sounding dumb and crumpled. She keeps listening, though. Every time I say something, I search for Ira's face for signs of boredom. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, but I can't find anything of the sort. Aw, it's like me and Chad. It's like me and you guys whenever I talk and yap about things that I think no one will care about or like, and even if it's weird, you guys are always there and like, you guys don't get it. Oh, jeez. I feel so happy I might die. I gotta go. She put out her cigarette bud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, plans.
Ah, I understand.
But, some of those novels sounded kind of interesting. I'll check them out if I don't forget.
Really? Please let me know if you do. And, sorry for that stupid philosophy talk.
Can you shut up with the freaking apologies? I just said thanks. Ira gives me a look so threatening I cut myself off. I feel so called out by this stupid fucking visual novel. Fairy, when I get you.
Right. I hope you enjoy them?
She nods in approval. Oh, and the books I read. They were,
Yeah?
Angelique.
Eh?
By Anne Golan.
And Angelique? The romance series? It's historical. It's not just lovey-dovey stuff, you know. I know, my mom really liked them. They seem wonderful. I never got around to reading them, and I didn't really expect you to be into... They're fine. It's not like I'm a huge fan or anything. You're not? It's just that if you want to read something historical or whatever, they're all right. Okay. I'll remember that. The Gap Mower! Ah! She's so cute. Ira looks like she's about to say something else, but then turns on her heels and stomps away. See you. You see you around? Ira disappears down the street. There she goes again. My body leans against the frigid wall. My legs are weak. We talked. Ira and I really talked. I never would have guessed. It was even nicer than I imagined. And I had no idea. So she likes books like that, huh? Ira likes novels like that. It's so wonderful. It's really, really wonderful. Everything new I learn about her is more wonderful than the last. I need to meet with her again. I want to talk more. Maybe next time she'll tell me a little more about herself. It kind of feels like I hogged the entire conversation now that I think back to it. That was really self-centered of me. Next time, I'll have to ask Ira more questions. I'll ask her more about the books she likes. Maybe we could talk about movies? I wonder what her favorites are. Does she also like romance films? That would be so cute. I usually prefer detective films, but I really enjoy all kinds of movies. So if she wanted to watch something, maybe we could go to the cinema? That could also be so much fun. It's been a long time since I've gone there. I need to see her again. Sorry, whenever I pick up that the text feels a bit more manic, I kind of play into that. So, my bad. Sorry if I, say certain parts really fast. She skips even more often than before. No point in keeping up with classes if you're getting expelled anyway. I guess that's Ira's modus operandi. To some degree, I understand it. But I still wish she showed her face from time to time, if only for one lesson. We probably wouldn't even talk if she came. It's not something like we'd ever do in class, so I don't expect anything in that regard. Just seeing the back of her head would be enough. What's with ya? Huh? You're all smiles. Finally taking my advice to heart? What advice? Not looking like you're about to hang yourself for a change? It's a great... Is it glitching just for me or you guys? Yes. It is great. We're so proud of you. How about brushing your hair next? That grin makes you look like a basket case. Thanks, Vadim. I'll do that. You're welcome. He grabs my English notebook off the table. Payment for my services. His friends chuckle along. I couldn't care less about that. Even though she isn't here today. I don't mind. I know if we're going to see each other soon, I'm going to do everything to bump into Ira again. I'll walk the whole town up and down so that we see each other. I'll scour every corner of this place to find her. Perhaps I'm being overly reliant on the universe's kindness. At the end of the day, even if I walk all the possible routes, there's no guarantee I'll run into Ira. But I want to believe. No, I'm convinced that the world is merciful. So if I try my hardest, my efforts will be rewarded. Of course, it's an entitled way of thinking, but there's so little time left, too little time left. I need to make the most of it. I'll make as many memorable moments as I can while Ira's here. I'll make every encounter count. I'll fill this measly scrap of time with wonderful things. Ira! Hi! Jesus, it's you. She sighs with a mixture of relief and irritation. Barely holding a giggle. I'm so glad to see her. It worked, it really worked. I spotted Ira between the rows of garages on the edge of town. She's crouching down by the wooden wall, hugging a thermos in one hand and holding a cigarette in the other. What are you doing here? What does it look like? Meditating? Wrong answer. Ira shakes her head and looks back at the ground. The rush of joy that had washed over me when I first noticed her began to dwindle. Now that I take a closer look, I don't think I've seen Ira curled up in this way before. Everything about her posture screams exhausted. But why out here? Are you okay? She mutters something. Huh? Me. What was that? I didn't quite catch it. I take a tentative step towards her, but Ira's scowl stops me dead in my tracks. You spying on me now? No? No. I was just walking here. At a garage lot? Yes? She gives me a look of such contempt, it sends a shiver down my spine. Why? I'm not lying. Really. I always take these walks after school. Going the same route gets boring over time, so sometimes I go through here. Or through the barracks. Or a couple times I even went to the helipad. You know the one that's over there? As I speak, I see Ira's expression slowly change from disdain to confusion. This isn't right. We talked so nicely just a few days prior. Why then? Did she hear something bad about me? From who? I don't think she'd believe a word of Garen's. I mean, I usually stroll along the main street or near the community center, but it'll get colder soon, you know? So, it's better to enjoy the outdoors while you can, right? I just keep speaking, hoping she'll stop being mad at me. I need to keep going. I need to keep talking because that's what I wanted to do with her. I want to talk, and so I have to because I can't waste this moment. We can recover from this. I can cheer her up, and we will clear everything up, and she doesn't think that I'm some creep. I just can't stand it. I can't bear having her glare at me in the silence. And you know, the views are really great here on the outskirts. The sky's bigger and you can see the way into the tundra and but what I mean is I didn't think you'd be here. That's a lie. Well, more of a half-truth. I hoped she'd be here. Like I hoped that she'd be wherever I went. It's just that this isn't what I had imagined at all. Not after our last meeting. Not after everything. She's just staring at me. For a moment, her eyes soften. But then, as she closes them, as if looking at me was wearing her out, she takes a drag and turns away from me. God. Can't I be alone for 5 minutes? I'm sorry. I wait for her to respond with something like, why are you apologizing again? Cut it out. Even just whatever, it's fine. But she doesn't say anything. I'm sorry. I'll be going then. Bye. Silence. I walk away. Cold wind blows in my face. The mounds of snow on garage roofs look smooth and soft. When the blizzards hit, they'll get completely buried. I'd like to have a snow hill form over me, too. They look cozy. Actually, I wonder what Ira carries in her thermos. I guess he would be obvious answer, but what if she's one of those people that like to have some warm soup with them? That would be cute. I should have asked her about it. I feel like I'm going to cry. I wonder if that's a good place to stop. I think we should stop there for tonight. We're about to hit about 3 hours of stream, and I yapped for about 40 minutes of stream. So I think we made a decent chunk of progress for the beginning. I'm sorry, my tummy's hurting pretty bad, and I don't want to like wear myself out too much and not get enough rest and stuff for more streams this week. But my goal is that we finish this by Friday. So we'll have another stream. I think Wednesday will go for a pretty long time. I'll try to do a minimum of 3 hours. And we'll see how far we get. Yeah. But I really like it so far. I was a bit worried that maybe it wouldn't be my cup of tea or something, or maybe it wouldn't like portray things right, but I really enjoy it. I really relate to... I'll look into saying her name properly, but Asya's really, really relatable. The way her narration goes is very similar to like the narration I have in my head about things, and like her paranoia and anxiety is very, very relatable. I really like how things have been portrayed so far. I don't know. It's a very mellow version of it. I really like it. The way you said just now is proper. I don't remember how I said it, so I'm gonna go yippee. Wait, thank you. I'm glad. I'm not doing too many voices because I don't want to like mess up my throat or hurt myself or make it too difficult for myself. So I'm trying just to make like the narration or like reading it out loud like enjoyable. So I'm glad. Thank you guys for letting me share something like this with you guys. But yeah, we'll keep going through it, and then Saturday we'll have a yap session. I don't know. Maybe I'll gorilla sometime between then. I keep saying that, but we'll see. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'm gonna go not project my cramps onto you guys because that's evil and mean. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Stay tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. I will decide on the next screen if we raid or not. I'm so sorry.